Hey Capricorn, welcome guys. Okay, so today I want to do something fun. So we are going to find out what somebody is thinking about you. We're going to use these secret love messages oracle cards, but we're not necessarily going to use them for love or romance. We're going to use them for people's secret thoughts. We're going to leave it really open-ended. These messages can come from maybe somebody you're with right now. It can come from an ex. It can come from a friend, a coworker, a boss. And guys, I'm going to leave it so open-ended that the universe can even give these messages. These messages can come from spirit for you too. So we'll shuffle up this oracle deck. We'll allow one or more cards to pop out. These will be your cards. This will speak to thoughts that somebody is having about you. And then we're going to use the rider deck to help to clarify who this is. That's what's going to give you the clues. If you don't already guess from the thoughts, the rider deck will help you to know who is thinking this about you. So let's get going here. And I'm really curious. I did this for myself and I got some pretty interesting results. So I thought this was a fun idea to share with everyone. And we got a bunch that are popping out here. These are the ones that are going to be for you today. And this is quite a few, guys. So we have, I just seem to keep hurting you because of all the pain I have inside. That's why I just stay away. Interesting. I want to marry you one day. Holy cow. I wonder who this is. I pushed you away because I was confused about how I was feeling. So this is obviously somebody who's struggling. They're struggling to maybe make commitment, struggling to accept feelings that they have. Maybe they don't know how to have a functional relationship with somebody. I also have, I ran away from you and this connection because it was just too intense and I couldn't handle how I was feeling at that time. I was just not ready for a love so great. Interesting. And it would destroy me to see you with someone else, but I also know that you are not going to wait around forever. I feel so conflicted. So obviously, this person's having issues with commitment, with how to deal with their emotions, how to have a functional, loving relationship, whoever this is for you. So we're going to get the rider deck to clarify about these messages. So we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands represents new beginnings. You know what? This could even speak to you starting a new beginning. And this is why they don't want to see you with somebody else. They see you moving on with your life. They see you progressing, starting this new beginning. But they can't move on because they still have these emotions that they have no idea how to process. And then the Six of Swords. So that speaks of it too, right? And this moving from stormier times to calmer ones. Because I don't feel that these cards connect to who this person is. These cards are connecting more to where you're at and what you're doing. And that's why it's explaining why this person is feeling this way and why this person keeps hanging on to these thoughts. This person is not ready to heal. This person's not ready to move on. This person has regrets. Yep, because I have the Ten of Cups in reverse. This Ten of Cups is like your happily ever after card. And this is what they wanted with you. But because of their own emotional baggage and their inability to deal with their emotions, accept their emotions, they were denied this Ten of Cups with you that they were seeking. I also have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So the Queen of Swords, she usually stands for that truth, that honesty and integrity because she's in reverse. We're speaking to either the opposite or a block of this as well. And it's about being true to yourself and this person not being able to be true to who they are and what they want. This person not being able to be honest with themselves and honest with you in dealing with their emotions. It also means this person is hiding their emotions. They're sort of stuffing them down and not processing them because that is one of the reverse meanings of the Queen of Swords. It does go with the King of Swords as well. Somebody who is unable to process their feelings. The Page of Wands in reverse. The Page of Wands usually represents good news on the way, but he's in reverse, right? So we're talking about either the opposite or we're talking about a block of this good news. It's definitely this person's own doing. It's their own inability to deal with their emotions, to accept their emotions, to figure out how to have a functional relationship with somebody else. And this could be because of shit that happened to them in the past. I'm not saying this person's a son of a bitch, but definitely they're not in a place where they know how to actually attain this Ten of Cups. They're not in a functional way that they can have this in their life. And it's not just with you. It has nothing to do with you. This is them. This is deep down inside and shit that they need to deal with. And at some level, You may have realized this as well, and this is why you've decided to let go. You've decided to move on. You've decided to move into a new beginning and a calmer time in your life. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse. So the Nine of Cups usually represents wish fulfillment, that emotional abundance. So again, it's in reverse. Just like the Ten of Cups, this person could not have their wish come true. They will not have their wish come true. And their wish is this, that they want to marry you one day. But they will not have that until this Queen of Swords can turn upright, until they can learn to process their emotions. They can learn to be true to themselves, to be true to you, to be honest and open and deal with their feelings. We also have the Knight of Wands. So this Knight of Wands can represent a few things. It can represent a swift change. It can represent, when it speaks of a person, somebody with a high energy who sometimes acts without thinking, which also might apply to who this is. I feel like that could apply to whoever is having these thoughts about you. But the Knight of Wands also speaks of moving and moving on. And that is what you're doing with this Ace of Wands. You are moving on with your life. They sure as shit are not, but that's because they can't deal with their emotions. Whether they're with you, they can't deal with them. When they're away from you and regretting the choices that they made, they still can't process them. That's just part of who they are and their baggage in life. And we have the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords does represent conflict. This is them and this is inner conflict. They are conflicted inside with what they want, with their emotions, not being able to say it out loud to themselves, let alone to somebody else. Or to be able to move forward and try and put themselves out there. Maybe it's this fear of being vulnerable. Maybe it's this fear of rejection that they have from baggage from further in their past too. So they want this, but they don't know how to attain it. I have the Ace of Swords in reverse, which makes quite a bit of sense for this person. So the Ace of Swords usually represents triumph. Until this person learns to process their shit, deal with their feelings, and be open and honest, wear their heart on their sleeve and be vulnerable, they will never have the Ace of Swords upright. They will never have their happily ever after. They will never have their wish fulfillment. And this is a choice that they are making for themselves. But this should definitely let you know who this is, who is having these feelings about you, and give you a little bit of insight into why maybe they did what they did and why they're having these feelings. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care, Capricorn.